unbeatable. Welcome, especially to our new subscribers. I've noticed there's a couple more, so you're very welcome here. I hope you enjoy sharing what I have to share with you. This is the week I promised I was going to share with you my plans for 2020. I've had 2 weeks of technical glitches. You can even see this is not even technical glitches today, it's worse. But I haven't been able to post a video for 2 weeks because my broadband is just not allowing me to upload anything, and I've contacted them and I've replaced the Ethernet cable, I've moved it, I have reset it, and it's still taking more than 48 hours to upload a video. So I've scrapped that for a second, and if this works you'll see this video. If not, back to the drawing board. So plans for 2020. This is a great section. I'm feeling very positive and very fired up, ready to go, because, as I said, and I don't remember if you remember earlier in the year I was saying how we were still figuring out what we were going to do, what direction I was going in. We didn't know what I was doing with the channel yet. I'm figuring things out. But over the past few months I have been doing a lot more thinking and pondering on this and doing some studying and what I'm going to do as far as our self-reliance goes. And then I finally got to a workable kind of, if you like to put it that way, a business plan, but that just sounds too cold and business-like. So part of the plan is to start with this channel, the Permaculture Shoestring Home and Garden. I think you know exactly and have always known there's a problem with that name. It's just too much of a mouthful. So I've been deciding I'm going to change that. So that's the first change that's going to be made from next week. So quite a bit of work to do that. So it's a kind of rebranding, renaming, and a new fresh start for this venture. I'll still be doing all the usual chat, still be sharing with you everything I do, but there'll be a new direction. So for 2020, we'll be hanging back a bit on the crafts. We're still going to be doing the crafts. I'll still be sharing that with you, but it'll be slightly different. We'll still be working on orders, and we'll be doing a few more of the collectible things. Something that's like a set of something that we won't do again, like a collectible thing. And we've got some ideas for that, but we'll run that through with you in due course. For now, that will have to do, because that will make more time for me to be able to focus on, as far as self-reliance goes, something that will help us to bring in an income and finally win our financial freedom, which is what I've always wanted anyway. So that will be the writing. I will be sorting out the website, fresh start on that as well, the whole lot. YouTube, website, Facebook page, everything's going to get a makeover and a fresh purpose. Still the same lines, still my permaculture goals, still the make, do and mend and the shoestring living. It's all still the same, but in a fresher approach. So writing, that will include at least 2 books in a year, at least 1 course, and I'll be blogging again on the fresh website, and my usual videos on YouTube. I'll be redirecting the purpose of the YouTube channel. It'll still be, as I said, the usual stuff, plus I'll be using it to let you know when I've published books or written new ones, or blogs on the website, so that I can redirect people there as well, because I'll be putting a few more things on there than I probably could on the channel. Also, as you can see, let me show you this. Right, this is a summarization of sheets of plans and workings through to get me to this stage. So I'm doing the so again, aren't I? And the ums. I don't think that will ever change. But yeah, directions for 2020. In the home, I'm going to continue with my plan to clear out, minimalize, but I don't like minimal living. I like just to be comfortable, and I don't want everything gone. But I like to keep my memories and comforting things around, but I want it to be tidy, in order, and a little bit more enjoyable, not stressful, because I really stress with clutter, but I don't like minimalism either. So that's in the house. Carry on with the reorganizing, putting in order, catching up with all the sewing projects that needed finishing, and then in the garden will be, as I have mentioned before, that this year coming will be tidying up, clearing out, making things more purposeful, so that there is both production and resilience and enjoyment and beauty in the garden. Creating that little paradise, but still making it productive. There will be sorting out all the water butts. There's been terrible flooding. This autumn and winter has been the wettest we've had for a while, because our garden is it's a bog everywhere. Even with all the water butts, and there's not enough overflow to keep up. We couldn't empty the water butts fast enough and often enough to stop the garden flooding. There is that much water that falls on this property. So we have to sort out those water butts and stop the flooding and sort out all the problems. Otherwise, whatever we put in the ground is just going to rot. The dog, Buttons, love her. She cannot stand going out in the garden at this time of year because it is absolutely horrid, poor girl. So yeah, we need to sort that garden out, because we'd like to use it right the way through the year and enjoy it. So that's the water butts. Then there's the outdoor cooking area. I still need to finish painting with metal paint the chimney, and I have to fill in a few of the little holes that we found that has contributed to a bit of leakage. So I shall be using fire clay to plug up all of the holes and fine tune that. And I think we need to build different doors, I think, but that is almost done. And obviously a barbecue area, and I will set up a few things, bricks and things ready to build when needed, a rocket fuel stove. Pardon me, there's still remnants of those bugs we've had over Christmas. So that's the outdoor cooking area. I'm going to create a fence around the vegetable area, the vegetable garden, because Missy over here, while the garden has been so wet, has been using the vegetable garden paths for her regulations. So I'm not having that, Missy. No, not in the vegetable garden, even if it is on the paths. No. So the vegetable garden is going to be fenced off, and we'll come up with a shoestring way of being able to do that, so that it doesn't look scruffy and it does look nice, but is practical. That is a trick and a half. Also, what else was there? Oh, the cover, underneath the cover. I did mention to you a few months ago, 2 months ago, that was going to be changing underneath. It's going to turn it into more of a dining room, outdoor dining room, and use the outskirts for planting. So make more of a usable room outdoors. Looking forward to that one. And then I've got to sort out that potting shed, my potting corner, and become a mess because it's been just so hectic. So that's to be sorted out. Crafts I've told you about. As far as the self-reliance goes, I've mentioned about the books and the website and the courses. And then as far as the YouTube channel goes as well, as I've said, I'm going to be sorting out my logo. I have got a logo in mind. I'll share that with you as well. I've got to sort out some theme music, because I at least want an introduction to each video, so that when people arrive, even for the first time, that there's an introduction video to the channel, and that each video has a theme tune and a logo on it, just to make it a bit more user-friendly. I don't think that's the name. A bit more appealing, and it makes it feel more like a venture rather than just something we do, so that it helps spur off the self-reliance journey a bit better and make it a bit more formal, so that I'm a bit more accountable for how I make this work. As also, I want to try, if I can, to make multiple videos when the opportunity arrives, so that I could schedule them forward, because this year, every time I've planned to do a video, something has popped up or come in the way, and I've just not been able to do it. I don't want that to happen again. This year I've got to do that and be set more, so that if anything happens that I can't make a video for some reason, because there's always crises in this home and family, then at least I already have one, and I can keep up with my intention to be consistent and have one video a week, and I'm structuring those videos a little bit differently than I have, because I've always done garden, then crafts, then home, and then whatever else, and it's not always fitted in properly. I've not been able to make it work. So I'm going to trial this year, starting the first week of the month, to do with self-reliance and the writing stuff, the second week to do with the home, and I'll give a bit more detail on that next week, because next week I'm telling you about this kind of how I got to how I'm going to rename the channel, and it affects the whole direction of this whole thing we're doing as well. And so the second week will be home, the third week will be garden and projects like the school garden and the secret garden and home garden as well, and then the fourth week will be the crafts, and not just the crafts as far as the wooden crafts, but any crafts that we can make from absolutely anything. So it'll be crafting generally of whatever we can do on this shoestring house. So upcycling, recycling, specific wooden crafts, whatever, whether it's sewing crafts, it'll be crafts, and that's what I'm going to show you. So it'll fall in line with all the upcycle, make, do and mend stuff as well, all in one. And then when there are 5 weeks a year, so there are 4 months with 5 weeks, and on those 5th week videos I will do a chat, and until we get enough subscriptions, enough people subscribing to the channel, because as far as I know they changed that this year, that you could only have a live chat, live streaming, when you have more than 1,000 subscribers. So for now, until then, and that's a long way off, because I can't visualize ever having that amount of subscribers, but until then, the 5th week months will be a chat on the 5th week. So that's kind of how I'm structuring it now, and I think we've gone along. That's basically the plans as far as this channel and our venture goes. Personally, there are a lot of other changes I want to make, and I don't do New Year's resolutions. I hate them. I have continual goals. This is a continuation of our goals for the past many years, and even in my personal life, I don't do New Year's resolutions. I have a review every year at this time of the year to focus on where I've been, how have I worked on those goals, where I'm going next year, and I do that again in the middle of the year as well, at least once, sometimes twice through the year, just to keep myself on track and see where I'm going, maybe redirect or refocus. So that's what I do, and this is where we are. So for next week, people, do join me again, because next week is a little bit more of a chat and explaining how I'm going to change the name of this channel. And I hope I can figure it out by then as well. So until then, you lovely people, do like, subscribe, and share if you haven't already done that. And have a fantastic beginning to 2020. See you soon.